Hey, welcome Broken World Entertainment. And Amazon has been caught in 4K gloriously by the fan base, trying to manipulate the numbers of viewership for the Rings of Power. Now, we've seen them screw around with everything for the past month or so. They, of course, blocked reviews on Amazon itself over the show. For what was meant to be 72 hours, it extended to 5 days. They removed almost every 1-star review. IMDb, which they own, removed a crap ton of reviews. The lowest rank that they left was 6. 1 out of 10, the lowest number it goes to now is 6. There's nothing below 6 in reviews. Of course, Rotten Tomatoes have manipulated the scores. It came in at like 31% from the fans, the audience score. All of a sudden, that was up in the 40s because they went in and removed until people called them out on that, and all of a sudden they stopped. So the number has been sitting at, it's either 38 or 39. Hasn't moved in a month. Nor has the critic score. We've watched them do it. Of course, they're always going on about review bombing. Yeah, they're absolutely right. There is review bombing of 5 stars. Not 1 star. The 5 stars outweigh the 1 stars. And look at the 5-star reviews. Like, look at the actual review. It's like one line of like, the show is great, love it. Wow, they leave that up. But someone who puts in an actual full review, a breakdown of why they dislike the show, and gives it like a 1.5 star or something, they remove. But then the viewership numbers have to be looked at. We know this thing, they keep going on about, oh, it's beating House of the Dragon. No, it isn't. It absolutely isn't. The only reason House of the Dragon isn't on the Nielsen chart is because it's also on HBO Standard, your normal cable channel. So it doesn't quite qualify to be put on there. So the final episode aired, and for a crap ton of people, thankfully this didn't happen to me because I'd have lost my mind if it happened. While watching the last episode, about a quarter of the way through, maybe a half hour into the episode, an advert popped up. Now, not an advert for like, I don't know, L'Oreal shampoo or something like that, but an advert for another TV show or another movie. Everyone seemed to have got something different. A lot of people got the same advert, but a lot of them seemed to, it was different. The ad popped up in the middle of the episode, and what it was forcing people to do was back out of the app. You couldn't just skip the advert. You had to back out of the app, which in turn was forcing people to restart the final episode of Rings of Power again. What does this mean? It means you're being put down now as a double view. That's how desperate they are. They threw an advert in, which has never happened to anyone watching anything on Amazon. All of a sudden this ad pops up. You couldn't just skip it. You couldn't close the ad. You had to completely back out of the app and restart the episode from the beginning again. That's how desperate they are to try and make this thing a success. I'm surprised we haven't heard them yet come out and say, fantastic news. The last episode has just smashed records across the board. Oh my god, we're so thrilled. They probably haven't done it because people have all of a sudden, before they had the chance to do that, called them out and went, hang on, what the hell? An advert popped up and we had to restart the episode. Could you imagine watching something on Netflix and that happened? Never mind just the advert popping up, but that you had to back out and restart whatever you were watching from the beginning again. That's how desperate these idiots are to try and make sure that this show is a success. And we know it's not. We know the viewership is in the toilet. We know they've been manipulating numbers. We've heard from the analyst who said him and his other co-workers were so bored they fell asleep 3 times watching the first 4 episodes and didn't even bother watching the 5th episode. We've seen them say their numbers show that there's a 95% disinterest in the show. And Amazon's only play now was to screw the numbers of viewerships for the last episode by forcing you to re-watch the episode from the beginning. Jesus Christ. What a joke. They really are. Just, how stupid do you think people are? Oh my god. Busted. Busted again. Oh, and of course they're still out there talking stupid shit about what season 2 will be, how they want Sauron to be sympathetic and all this. Oh, Jesus Christ. They need this thing to trend for the next year and a half. They needed to be up in the top ratings for the next year and a half. Like Stranger Things. Stranger Things is always charting. Always. This thing ain't going to do that. This thing is going to drop off a cliff. And the fact that they had to throw in an advert, they purposely put an advert in there to force you to restart the episode so they could put you down as a double view. Come on. $1 billion, huh? This thing is definitely a money laundering scheme. Anyway, with that one, we shall leave it here. Cheers. Catch you in the next one.